Gothitelle.
Oh. So today we're going to be talking about bicycles in Japan. Here's our mascot, Mortimer Coon. He's on a Mamachari, which is a type of bike. And there's our other mascot, Choo Choo, as passenger Choo Choo. And Mortimer's saying, "Hang on, Choo Choo Chan," and Choo Choo looks mad and possibly frightened for her life as she's sitting in the basket of the bike. Bicycles in Japan are widely used for transportation. Can anybody guess why? Why do you think they use bicycles to get around?
Because cars are like way too expensive in Japan.
Yeah, cars are expensive, and there's also a lot of them. So, like in many cities, bikes is a good transportation.
Which is probably why Phoenix Wright uses one.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of people in really small areas, and cars are big and bikes are relative.
Yes, space size, population size, bikes work well in cities in general, but most especially for Japan, which has a very dense population. And even in the rural areas where it's the country, people still use bikes because cars, people don't have them as much, and it's just easier to get around. Roads, fun, easy to travel, good exercise, all of those things. So because of that, one of the most common bikes you can get in Japan is called a mamachari, which translates to mama's bike. Why? Because it's this bike with like a basket in the front, and there's like a little metal carrier kind of thing in the back. So it sort of looks like a bike that a mom might drive when you're going shopping to the store and you put your groceries in there or whatever. And plenty of people ride them, not just moms, also dads, or just regular people, young people drive them, ride them, whatever. People anywhere. They are popular because they have the basket in the front, they have the space, you can go out, go shopping. If you're using it as transportation, you can, just like in your car, you get in your car, you go get your groceries, where you're going to put them on your bike, there's spaces to do that there. Or if you're just going from one place to the other and have stuff that you'd like to bring with you, you have a few options to put your stuff around. Mamacharis also have comfortable seats. They're a nice sturdy bike. They're just a good thing all the way around. And if you didn't want to buy one of your own, you can rent them very easily. There are many rental places for Mamachari. That's pretty much it. They're not necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing bike. They're not like a mountain bike or anything, but it'll get you where you want to go. Bike rules, just like anywhere, there are several rules put out by the government for people riding bikes in Japan. A lot of them I found are helmet laws. There's no helmet law for anybody over 12 in Japan, so teens, adults aren't required to wear a helmet, which might be kind of risky. I think a lot of cities around here probably do require you to wear a helmet, because obviously that's where people get a lot of injuries when you fall off a bike and land on your head. One person on a bike at a time. I'm sure you've seen anime where there's some sort of romantic scene where the guy's riding a bike and the girl's behind him, and it's all like, oh, look how cute, we're on a bike together. But if you did that for real in Japan, then you get in trouble. You get fines. Riding at night requires a headlamp, so if you decide to go riding around in the streets, you have to wear a kind of dumb-looking light strapped to your head or have a light on your bike as well. No riding while listening to headphones, no iPods, no Walkmans, Discmans, whatever. If you want to listen to music, you can't do it with your headphones in because you won't be able to hear anyone around you, so you get in trouble for that as well. No riding under the influence. Do not drink and ride your bicycle.
That goes the same for driving.
Just like driving a car, you can greatly hurt yourself or other people if you are riding drunk. No using your cell phone. There's plenty of laws about that with cars as well. No riding using your umbrella. I don't know why it is such a big problem in Japan that they had to actually make a rule with that. But they are a big umbrella using country, since a lot of people are not using cars but traveling, obviously on a bike or walking, so they'll have an umbrella. But as you can imagine, riding a bike while holding an umbrella might be a little bit dangerous. No riding on the sidewalk. That's sort of a rule that almost never gets listened to. There is like a small part of the law where it says you have to ride on the sidewalk unless it's dangerous in the street. So when is it not dangerous in the street? So people pretty much ride on the sidewalk all the time. They generally have bells on the bike, so you can do a little ching ching, and then everybody's supposed to move off to one side. There have been, well, you can get fines if you break any of these rules. You can go to jail for some of them. They're sort of serious on some of them, sort of serious on, not as serious on others. But there have been a lot of bike-related deaths since a lot of people are riding and out there. People have gotten run over and died. People have fallen off the bike and get hurt and killed. Like, you know, gotta be careful. You're operating a vehicle one way or the other. And I drew myself down there saying, "Don't be a bad Yomiko." I'm listening to an iPod, talking on my cell phone, and using my umbrella while riding on the sidewalk. I'm not under the influence there. I'm just driving on the sidewalk, and there's possibly a victim. So don't be here in Japan.
You have to
I think you might.
Mm.
In that picture, it kind of looks like you're riding backwards.
Um,
Like, how do you even attempt that?
Drawing a bicycle is difficult, especially if you're drawing a bicycle very quickly. So I just kind of, you know, this is my quick bicycle drawing. I could be going backwards. I'm sure there must be a law for that as well.
That guy could be wearing no trousers. He could be.
As stick figures, it's optional whether or not it's pants or shirt, in my opinion. I'm also just wearing a shirt. They're just very tight pants. They're skinny jeans. Everyone's wearing skinny jeans.
Yay.
And they've apparently got quite the crop top going on.
Yes. It's Japanese street fashion. I couldn't comment on that. So some words to know. Mamachari translates to mama's bike. It's the popular bicycle. Comfortable seat, got the carrying areas. It's just a nice bike to travel with. There's another word for bicycle in Japan. It's jitencha. And that's just another word for bicycle, or chari, bicycle. It's more of an informal word for it. Something that we've discussed a little bit before, itan chari. That translates to painful bike. We had talked about Itasha, which were the cars covered in anime characters that people get together and do car shows with and things like that. There are also bicycles that anime fans will decorate with their favorite characters and so on. I just wanted to mention that, just bring it up again. Today's menu, today we're going to be watching Yawamushi Pedal. The title translates to weakling pedal or cowardly cyclist, something along those lines. It's about a kid named Sakamichi Onada. He's a freshman in high school. He's also an otaku, and his life's dream is to join his high school's anime club. But as soon as he gets there, he finds out that it's been disbanded because they didn't get enough people who wanted to join. While this tragedy is happening to him, there are members of the bicycle club in the school who see that he can ride his mamachari ridiculously well for the sort of bike that it is. While they all have mountain bikes and things, this kid can ride his mamachari like 45 kilometers just for fun. So they're like, let's look at this kid. So that's the setup of that show. So otaku, in case you guys don't remember, it usually translates to geek or nerd. Somebody very obsessed with their interests so as to be socially awkward. And one of the things that Onada is into is gashapon or gachapon. It's kind of translated either way. Does anybody know what that is? They are vending machines with capsules in them, like bubble machines, like when you go outside the supermarket and those little like coin slot machines. You can go get like some junky toy for a quarter or whatnot.
Don't we have those here in America?
We do. But the ones in Japan, they are, as many things tend to be, they're a little bit higher quality. The prizes are much higher quality toys. It's, you know, if you put a quarter in a machine, you get something kind of junky. You spend a little bit more, I think, on...
You see the shops that have all of the machines around.
Yeah.
I just saw that the other day. It's
Oh. That was actually the same exact style for this Pokemon game called Pokemon Rumble U.
Yeah, I didn't say that. But I would not be surprised if they would include that. So the stuff that you can get from those machines are very collectible, kind of like blind boxes here, where you don't know what you're gonna get until you open it, and you can get, you know, those high quality like vinyl toys inside. It's sort of the same idea. They come out with new ones all the time, so people who are collectors, like the main character in this show, are very excited every time they come out. There's a little note about this show. There's Yowamushi Pedal Note starring Yomiko Sensei. They're writing it again in tiny stick figure form. If you recall, when we talked about the Ring of Fire and how Japan is in the Ring of Fire, it is prone to earthquakes and volcanic activity, and thusly is a very hilly sort of place. So when you're watching this anime, you'll notice that there's just hills everywhere while they're trying to go all of these places on their bikes. And that's because of just how Japan is set up geologically. Look, everything's coming together, guys. It's all the things. And one other note, Akihabara. Does anybody remember us talking about that place? It's like the geek capital of Tokyo. Akihabara is a place where you can go and have all of your otaku dreams fulfilled. You can get anime, you can get, you know, there's capsule toys, there's the maid cafes, there's all kinds of stuff like that. And that's where Onata goes to. And Akihabara shortened is Akiba, I believe is what they say in the show. So when they're talking about that, that's the place that he goes to get all of his nerdy stuff. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions about bikes and things? Does anybody here actually own a bicycle and use it for anything?
Oh, I have one, but it's been a while since I've used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody rides a bike anymore. That's good. You guys get cards. I don't know how. You don't know how to ride a bike? It's easy. It's as easy as riding a bike.
Strange thing. Golf pillows and that.
A little girl said she lost my hat.
Yet she looks like a Pokemon or a dark type. All dark, has a somewhat scary sounding Pokemon voice. What's another thing I found out is that if you talk to this person on the X transceiver enough times, since the first time that you talked to her, at one point or another, she will actually trade you. She will take any of your Pokemon for a Pokemon that is uncatchable in the game. I have gotten a level 50 Meowth and so I know I'm getting
Okay, and there's something like that. Right, darkness. That's right.
I got a girl.
So one of the things I didn't get to talk about was parking your bike in Japan, since it's such a widely used form of transportation. They have set up these automatic machines, so you don't have to park your bike on the street. It's like an underground sort of facility.
Okay, these videos better not be copyrighted.
I'm sure they are.
Oh boy.
His is.
Okay, last time I recorded some footage here, I got a copyright claim on that video.
Record all of these.
Well, I've only did it one time before, but hey, it was blocked due to copyright.
Why did
Even though I was using a camcorder, which makes absolutely no sense. Man, the copyright is becoming much stronger these days.
That's not the point. Why are you recording these?
I just wanted to show my subscribers what my anime club is like. Our anime club.
Look at his mama's tiny bike.
Now, this particular video right here isn't copyrighted, right?
It might be. He's got his own channel. So.
Boy, the future really is something.
Bye bye bye.
Reminds me of the elevator before.
回転しながらスピーディーに収納されていきます。大切な自転車を雨やいたずらからも守ってくれます。
Now, what happens when I want to retrieve my bike? That's when this comes into play. This is my card, so I have accounts here. Do you call them accounts? What do you call them? Let's call them an account for now. I have an account over here. What we'll do is touch it to this panel over here. And then there's this like huge robotic arms and things which like go down and like everything starts spinning around and then the bike is retrieved and it comes up and here it is. Absolutely fantastic. Whoops. Isn't that cool? Absolutely fantastic. Wow. It's like convenient. It's bloody awesome. So when I have my bike filled with like Miracha stickers, I know it's going to be safe underground. こちらの駐輪場は地上2分間地下に避難というコンセプト。
Some underground bike parking. Because again, Japan doesn't have a lot of space for these things, and using that sort of underground area to do so. It's
Well,
pretty
there's only
cool.
one problem. One flaw.
What's that?
Earthquakes.
What is it?
Earthquakes. If
Earthquakes.
an earthquake strikes, then the bikes are most definitely not safe. And
Then
probably the
probably.
first to get destroyed, along with subways.
Hopefully they've put that into